Hey guys, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Dana and I'm so happy to have you. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you all of my favorite products from the month of February. So let's go ahead and dive right in. If you've been keeping up to date with my channel, then these first two products will come as no surprise to you. This product has already made a feature in I think 3 or 4 different videos. I know for a fact I talked about it in a recent speed reviews video where I go through and just gather several products that I recently purchased or got in the mail and give you my final thoughts on them. And then I also used it in a drugstore first impressions video. It pretty much knocked my socks off right away. This is from Wet n Wild. It's under $5. It's their Tinted Hydrator. I currently have mine in the shade light. I definitely do need to go pick out another shade. It says sheer to medium coverage, but you can really build this up to a true medium coverage. It is the ideal everyday product for me. It feels weightless on the skin, and I just really enjoy the coverage plus the overall finish of it. There's both hyaluronic acid as well as squalane. So if you are in the hunt for a new product from the drugstore, this is definitely a winner in my books. Moving on to another product that swept me off my feet right away. This is the Auric Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer. I have mine in the shade Pyrite. Packaging formula. This is another product, shameless plug, that I talked about in that speed reviews video, but I've been using this pretty much every single day. I like to mix my foundation in with it. I like to use it as my actual highlight on top of my face. You are a diehard fan of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter like myself. This is so worth it. I had mentioned this in the speed reviews video. I don't know if it's because this is newer to my collection that I love it more, or if I truly do love the formula more. Honestly, I think it's both. It's a totally different texture than the Hollywood Flawless Filter, but the glow that it gives is just amazing. I freaking love this product. This is a newer release from Physicians Formula. It's their All-Star Face Palette. In here you get 6 powders. This is honestly a great deal because I guess it kind of depends where you purchase the individual like butter bronzer or powder, blush, highlighter. Those typically go for $10.99 to $12.99. This entire palette is $14.99. So in this palette, you get 2 bronzers, 2 highlighters. They're a powder palette, multicolored pressed powder. I realize there's different shades in the pan, but honestly, when you go in with a looser, fluffy brush, it kind of just looks more like a translucent powder on my skin. And then finally, their Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. Wow, what a name. One thing that I did want to point out with this palette is that the Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearl, that silvery pearl finish that you see on top, that is strictly an overspray. I don't know why they did that because just the actual base powder is so pretty. It's more a peachy apricot champagne golden highlight. So why they did that silver pearl dusting on the top, I don't really know, because once you get past that, the actual powder is really, really nice. But the main product that I love in here, Matte Manoy Bronzer, is delicious. I know everyone and their mother, brother, sister-in-law's baby mama's cousin loves the Muru Muru Butter Bronzer, okay? I get it, I like it too. I kind of got bored of it. It was just one of those things where I think it got so hyped up. I fell into that trap. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty. I still like it, but the Matte Manoy is just so much better in my opinion. Obviously, that's all color preference too. Plus, sometimes I feel like with the Muru Muru Butter Bronzer, I don't know if it's just the way that it's shaped. I have to go in with a specific brush for me to really like the overall finish, whereas the Matte Manoy Bronzer, it glides right on. It's buttery, it's delicious. It still has that yummy coconut scent. Obviously, if you don't like coconut, you won't be a fan. Everything in this palette is really beautiful. The only thing that I would change is getting rid of this overspray. Why Physicians Formula? Everything else though was very, very nice. And just one other palette. This is the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette. If you are curious, I did an entire tutorial this a few months back that I had used the same palette. Oh, and then the e.l.f. liquid glitter. I can see it right over there. I don't want to get it. I'll link it down below. That with this palette goes great. I'm still not really using the blue shades in here, but everything over here I absolutely love. The shade Mojave Mommy is amazing, but Desert Storm, Can't Kelp It, and Spruced Up are my jam. If you love mustardy, baby poop, dirty green type of shades, this is for you. Shade right here called Tundra. It's one of those like squishy, I think it's like a pressed pigment. It's very, very soft. It's just this amazing shale silver, just, oh, intense metallic shade. That's really pretty all over the lid. I had used these in, I think it was that first impressions video where I used the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, and several of you guys were asking what these sponges were. I absolutely adore, well, I guess technically it's a powder puff. I love these powder puffs for getting right under the eye. The overall texture, it's very squishy and soft. It has that really nice velvet touch. I like to just dip this into any sort of setting powder and then kind of like roll it onto the palm of my hand first, and then just go in and press the powder. The shape of it is perfect. Plus it's great just to get right in between my brows, all up on my 5 head, around the corners of my nose. They come in a 6-pack from Amazon. I want to say I paid like $5 or $6 for these. There's several different companies that sell them. They're probably all the same, but I went with this one because it had the highest reviews, and then other ones were like, oh, they smell weird and stuff, so I just got a little bit nervous. These honestly have 0 cents. So I may have paid like $1 more for these versus the other ones. I have washed these twice now with no issues. I just go in with dish soap, squeeze them out, let them dry, and they go right back to their normal puffy self. But for the price, I've been loving them, and I just find that they dispense powder a little bit better than my beauty blenders. This is from Hard Candy, which I was actually at Walmart today, and there's several products from Hard Candy that I've like never even heard about. I was tempted to pick them up, but I was in a rush, so I didn't. But if you guys would like to see updated Hard Candy type of video, let me know in the comments down below. This is their Instant Lip Fix Lip Treatment Duo. On one side, you have a scrub. Now, the actual grit in this scrub works great, but the solid product that it's in is it's almost like too soft to where as I'm like scrubbing this on my lips, this just gets like everywhere, which is fine because I apply it before, you know, my makeup or anything. I wish it was slightly firmer because the grit works great for exfoliating, but the star product in here is the treatment side. This feels like a high-end lip product. It gives the same sort of tingle and minty scent that the Buxom, it smells like that. I actually use this on top of colored lip products sometimes too because the gloss that it gives is so nice. It's a little bit thicker, so it is moisturizing, but I just love the minty tingle. I wish they just sold the treatment. Maybe they do. I should have double checked today, but I would buy this constantly if they just sold this on its own. Plumping type of quality, just the minty, slightly tingly feel. It just feels so nice on the lips, and I love that creamy mint scent. I had to go back. At first I was like, did I already talk about this in my monthly favorites? I don't think I did, but I know I mentioned it in some video where I recently talked about skincare. Oh, it was an MD's video because I was talking about the Sunday Riley Good Jeans and then the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow, which I love both of those products. I personally love HAs and BHAs, but sometimes with those products, I did build up a tolerance to where I could use them every night, but sometimes I would notice I would get a little bit dry. This from Holifrog, this is their Halo HA BHA Evening Serum, is amazing. I can use this every single night with no issues, and it still gives me the same sort of results that I got from Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow. It just seems to like get rid of any weird texture, bumps, sloughs off any layers of dead skin. It just gives me that really nice, healthy, shiny look to my skin even when I have no makeup on. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I just notice that my forehead, it doesn't feel tight, but you know the way that like tight skin is shiny? That's how my skin looks, and I love that. I have several products from this brand that I love. I use their Galilee, something like that. Dewdrops every morning. I love to go in and mix that with my hyaluronic acid. I use their poppy seed scrub. Landon uses their milky wash. I have several other products, but this is definitely a standout for me. I have been loving this. Now moving on to lifestyle favorites. If you've been with me for a while, then you know I am a ride or die Miranda Fry jewelry lover. I've been wearing her pieces for years now. This has been my go-to combo lately. This is the Julia chain. I have mine in gold. It does come in silver, as well as like all of her other pieces both come in gold and silver. This is the Stella chain, and then I always forget the name of this charm, but honestly, I love any sort of medallion charm. I'm so excited for her spring collection. I do have a coupon code if you ever see any jewelry pieces that I'm wearing. It's pretty much always Miranda Fry or Danusha Design. I love her temple bangles. But if you ever are interested in Miranda Fry, I do have a coupon code. It's just my name, Dana. That saves you some money. And then these are, I think, the Wylder earrings. I'm typically a hoops girl. I've mentioned these in a favorites video before, but I can't get enough of these earrings. I just feel like they're so cute. They're still a statement, but they're very, very lightweight. They do like clamp up, not that they would do this on their own, but it's not a heavy earring. It is super light and comfortable, and I just love the look. I feel like it's a very easy earring to dress up or down. Sorry, my hair got all up in it. But yeah, if you were curious, Wylders, I'm pretty sure, Julia, Stella, and then I will link the charm down below as well. These are still in their packaging because Keegan went out and added 2 of these pairs of socks into my Valentine's Day little box present, which was so cute. And I freaking love these socks. I was a little bit annoyed at how much he spent on them. I didn't realize that they were like $16.99 for 1 pair of socks. Actually wearing my pink ones right now. Okay, I realize some people are probably like, oh no, girl, socks are socks. These are form-fitting to your feet. I know they come in different compressions or cushions as well. These are light cushion. I think the ones that I'm wearing right now might be a higher one because they are definitely thicker. But what I love about these is they're made for each foot because of the arch support that they have. I really like the little lips on the ankles. That way, if you do have socks where you're running and you're walking and you notice they're constantly slipping down your heels, these do not do that. They have this like tulip shape and just really forms onto your foot. And then this back part is thicker, but they're still low and no show, which I love. But then right here, they have these extra lines and stitching to where you get this really nice compression into the arch of your feet. I have more narrow feet, and I don't know if it's the way I walk. Sometimes that part will just hurt. I really like that extra compression on there. It feels so nice. Then you just have little L and R for left and right. I am such a weirdo about socks. Like, I do not sleep in socks. As soon as I get home, my bra and my underwear, not my underwear, my bra and my socks come off. I just typically hate socks. I love these socks. I put them on as soon as I wake up. I'm wearing them constantly. Even with my house shoes, they are just so freaking comfortable. I think they are cheaper online, and my father-in-law said that on their site they do sales quite often. Keegan paid $16.99 for this one pair, but I think they definitely upcharged because he went to a running store. But if you're just looking for a good pair of socks, try these. Like I said, Jesus. As I was saying, I'm typically someone who just does not care about socks. If anything, I typically don't even like socks, but these I absolutely love. And then finally, two other products that I wanted to quickly mention. Layden and I recently got the new Mario 3D World / Bowser's Fury for the Nintendo Switch. Landon, my son, who is 11, typically does not care about like Nintendo games. Him and his friends play Apex, Fortnite, all that stuff. I've never been able to get used to Xbox or PlayStation. I just suck at those controllers. But when it comes to Nintendo and Mario games, I can play with the best of them. 3D World is so much fun. We've been playing on 2-player mode. Sometimes it gets frustrating because one of us will get too excited and like runs off screen or something. Landon typically does not like Mario games. Like, he'll play Mario Kart, but that's about it. And he even liked 3D World. So if you are looking for a new Switch game, Mario 3D World is worth checking out. And then finally, the show that I have been loving for the past month, Real Housewives of Potomac. There are several franchises that I just haven't watched yet. In fact, I think actually like last year towards the beginning of COVID, I started Real Housewives of New York. I'm still not finished with that one. It got to the point where I just couldn't handle Ramona anymore. But Real Housewives of Potomac, I freaking love. Do not give me any spoilers. I just started season 2. As of right now, I think my favorite is Robin. Her whole family dynamic is kind of weird, but I just feel like she's real chill, laid back. I like her. I'd love to hear what shows or movies that you've been watching and loving. I'm having a hard time finding like a good normal drama show because I'm still so hung up on Yellowstone. I feel like I start something and I'm just like, this is a snooze fest compared to Yellowstone. So I really need to find something good. Another show that I started because my in-laws and my dad have been like raving about it for, I mean, not recently, but years ago, Ray Donovan. So I'm like, oh, we'll give this one a go. But yeah, man, ever since Yellowstone, it just does not hold a candle next to Yellowstone. I'm just, I can't get over that show. But there you have it. There are my favorites for the month of February. I would love to hear about your top 3, 5, 10 products from the last month as well. If you haven't already, I would love if you subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps out me and my channel. If you're bored, you can always hang out some more, check out some more videos, go give me a follow on Instagram, hang out, and that is pretty much it. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.